my friends to be happy and I want them to like get to enjoy other things and everything, but I like my time and like I want that to myself.
What do you mean like you want like your time?
Like my like individual time with my friends. I don't like really sharing.
Oh, so you're kind of like selective, kind of like you want to be like, okay, this person I just want to like just be me and this person.
I'm very like individual. Like I like individual like time with people and like getting like even if I've been friends with you for 10 years, like there's always something new to learn, and I just feel like when you're in groups, like you don't really get the chance to like experience that and like learn more about somebody. I think it's like important to like get those groups, but
yeah. Well, because I mean, I've been through multiple groups in high school. Because like I think every year I was in a different group, which sounds really sad. It sounds really sad, but it's like I don't know. It was just I don't know. Like I guess every year I had different interests, and those people that had the similar interests I kind of like flocked to, and it was kind of weird. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Flight 96. I apologize. I always have great conversation when I talk to this person. My name is Hunter Foreman. This is the season 3 premiere. Yes, because I'm sorry about taking breaks about this. I was trying to get Battle of the Sexes done last month, but complications arose, so I'm gonna try to get at least 2 more episodes before spring break, and then when I come back, it's full swing. You know what I'm saying? So no more breaks after this. But this person that I'm talking to right now, who you just heard, which we met at a function. I'm not gonna say party. I'm gonna start saying function now. And she didn't necessarily say it, but she was a fan of the show. She was just like, I like what you're doing. She's like, you interviewed one of my friends. I think it's very cool with what you do. And then that spreaded to like, I don't know, 2 hours of conversation. Yeah. And we were just going back and forth. And I was just like, okay, I have to have her on the show now. So ladies and gentlemen, the intelligent, beautiful,
thank you,
Kylie Kaufman's on the show, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you liked that introduction.
Yes, loved it.
Okay, so the first things which was what, like almost a month ago?
Yeah, probably about a month ago.
About a month ago, we met for the first time. So, and what was cool about like that conversation was like, the back of my mind, I'm thinking, bro, I wish I had my equipment so I can record this right now. Because no, like real talk, it was a really good conversation.
It was, yeah.
So I was just like, okay, I have to bring you to the show. So first things first, who again, for the people that are listening, how did you learn about Flight 96? How did you come across it, I guess?
I think, I know that it was your interview with Parker. I had seen the link on something, and so I clicked it, and then once I start something, I have to keep going. And so I watched one, and his was really long, an hour and something.
They got longer over time.
Yeah, it was pretty long, and then I just kept watching more and more. I've watched quite a few for sure.
Wow. Okay, so we have an actual true fan of the show. I respect that. Thank you.
I was actually last week I was bored, just laying in bed, and I was like, okay, I don't really feel like watching a movie, and so I started YouTubing makeup tutorials and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, this is boring, seeing the same stuff every day, and so I went to your channel and started watching more. It was pretty cool.
Wow. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, the first thing that I learned about you is that you were not from Texas, unlike a lot of people that I've interviewed on this channel.
Not from here.
You are from California.
Yep.
Can you talk about that experience?
Well, I'm 19, so I moved here my freshman year. I was I don't know, how old you're? 13 probably?
14 probably.
14, yeah. So I've lived here for just about 5 years, and I loved it. It'll always be home. But it was definitely an adjustment coming here for sure.
Oh, of course, that's a different state.
Culture shock for sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was the first thing that you were like, whoa, okay, this is different?
Well, when I first, when my mom was like, okay, well, she actually came here to visit my sister, and my sister was having a baby, and so she came to visit my sister for like 2 weeks to help her get in like the fix of parenting and everything like that. And it was like my first semester of my freshman year. And so I thought I was cool. I was getting in the fix of everything in high school. And it was like 2 days before she was supposed to fly home, and she called and she was like, how was everything? Like, how was your first couple weeks of high school? I'm like, great. And I was like, are you excited to come home? Like, we miss you. And she was like, well, about that. And I was like, what? Like,
oh, God.
And she was like, I've actually hired movers to come pack up the house. And you and your brother are going to be driving down here next week.
Oh, my God. Hold on.
Literally.
Let me pause that stuff. So, wait a minute. It wasn't just like, okay, Blue, I'm just saying, regular day. I'm just, regular day at home. All of a sudden,
we're moving.
Life changes.
Oh, yeah. I was livid. Like.
Oh, I bet you were. You were like, why wasn't I noticed about it? Like, why didn't I?
No, it was just like smack in the face type thing. I have 5 siblings. So, 3 of them are married, or they're all married and have children, but at the time, 3 of them were married and lived in California.
So you're the youngest.
I'm the youngest, yeah.
Okay.
And so I was like, no, like, you're kidding. I thought surely she was joking, but no, she's not. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I was like, I'll live with Jennifer, which is my older sister, and I was like, she can take me to school every day. Like, I'm not living in Texas. Like, I'm not moving. Like, I was about to run for student body president, try to cheer team.
Okay,
well, like,
we'll get into that.
Yeah, in California, it's by grade. So, like, every grade has one. So, it's for you, like, freshmen.
Wait, so even first graders have student body?
No, like, in high school.
Oh, I was like,
yeah,
I was like, what?
In high school, there's one for every grade level. So, I was just thinking I was the shit and whatnot. Sorry about that.
Go ahead. No.
And yeah, so I was pretty livid. And obviously I did move here. I didn't have a choice. So me and my brother drove to Texas. The drive was awful.
I know. I
cried the whole way.
Oh, I would expect.
Yeah.
So there's like, I don't know, like we've talked about this. I've always wanted to go to California, and you were just basically like the atlas. I'm like, okay, you need to go here.
Yes.
And I was like, I asked about this place, and you're like, no, don't go over there. So it was just like, so people always have this animated kind of like projection or guess about what California is like. It's where they think it's where all the celebrities live. They think Hollywood is the place to go. Mm-hmm. They think all of this. Being a California native, what do you say to those kind of people? Like, are they correct? Are they 100% wrong?
Well, I guess it just depends on like what exactly they're talking about, but
of course, the stuff they see on television.
I mean,
social media.
It just depends on what part you're at. Like Calabasas, where like all the Kardashians live and everything, it is just like that. Like it is really? As ritzy and fancy as it looks. Yeah, a lot of celebrities live there, but I don't know. Maybe it's just who I am and like what I like, but mm-hmm. I feel like it's more of a place to visit rather than like make a life there.
Oh, okay. So you think of it more as like a tourist attraction?
Yeah.
I like okay, I'm gonna live here.
I mean, people's thoughts about it or what people see is definitely how it is, and so like that makes me feel like it's a tourist.
A
tourist type
terrible place. I was like, what?
No, it makes me think it's like a tourist type place because it is exactly what you see. Like for me, like coming from California to Texas, like I thought it was, people are gonna ride their horses to school.
Whoa!
I really did think that, and obviously that's not true. It might be in some places, but not where I live.
Wow.
And so since my like thoughts about Texas were wrong, I feel like it's more of a place to live. You know, like people like to figure out really what it's like. You got to be here.
That's kind of like because my dad went from kind of. We didn't move from like place to place. I would have loved to live overseas, but it's all right. I didn't blame him for that. When I was like a little kid, I was like, why am I not going to like Japan right now? And he was like, well, in the Air Force, and I was like, don't explain it to me. I don't want to listen to it. I'm going to go play with my toys.
Yeah.
So I was like 6. But anyways, so my thing with Texas is like, it's like, I think it has just a little bit of everything.
It does, yeah.
There's a city life, there's a country life, there's a suburbial life, you know? It kind of has everything, and like, I think when people come here, they have this thing where it's just like, okay, everybody's gonna be wearing big belt buckles and cowboy boots, which people do,
mm-hmm.
but there's people that are like me, where I just like, I don't know what I am, but it's just like, I'm not necessarily like with that. I know people that are like definitely like full-blown cowboys with the Yosemite Sam mustache and all, but it's just like, that's just not me. Like, right. I look for kind of, you know what I'm saying, like, I'd rather judge you by who you are than not your appearance. Mm-hmm. And I think that goes with any place that you visit to. Like, if you think like you're going to Alabama and you're gonna think you're gonna think like some southern, like, backwoods kind of stuff, of course that's gonna happen, but then you're gonna run into somebody that's like very city-like in right. Alabama. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using Alabama as an example.
I think that like everyone's unique. Like, no matter where you're at, everyone's gonna be different. Like, obviously you're gonna have those cliques and those people that like the same things or act the same way, but mm-hmm. like everyone's different, so you can't really like judge a state. Like, I've definitely found that out. I can't judge the state by, like, what you see on TV or just the name and the things you've heard about it, because mm-hmm. there's so many unique people here.
Oh, of course.
And same for California, really. I mean, it's not a bad place. I do love it. Like, it'll always be home. But I think it's some place that everyone needs to go to in life, just because you can
do so much.
Talk to one person and the very next person you talk to, it's two polar opposites. Like, nobody's the same there. Like, everyone's so different. So that's cool. I
mean, so what do you think of, you know, you've lived here for what? You say you lived here for 5 years. 5 years, in Texas, right? So what do you think of it now?
I don't ever want to leave.
Really?
Yeah. I think if I ever went anywhere...
Would you go back to California, though?
No.
What? No.
No, I wouldn't. Definitely not.
Really?
Nope. I miss my friends, and I do have some siblings that still live there, mm-hmm. but they can adjust to the Texas life.
Whoa! Yo.
I would hope for that. Just because, like, once you've lived there... One, like, the cost of living is so high, like, mm-hmm. incredibly high.
I'm talking about that.
2, everyone is just so, like, it just seems like you're either so, like, wanting to, like, achieve great things, or it's, like, half and half. Like, you're wanting to achieve all these great things and, like, better yourself, mm-hmm. or there's people that are so okay with their original and so okay with just, like, going around doing the same thing every day.
Are you this type of person?
No.
You like to switch it up?
Well, not just switch it up, but just, like, no matter how great I'm doing in life, or no matter if I'm a billionaire one day, like, there's always going to be something I can do better.
Oh, of course. But you don't want to ever be, like, comfortable.
No, exactly. That's the word I was looking for, comfortable. Like, there's either people who are comfortable or people who don't want to be comfortable, and I don't want to be comfortable.
I have, like, a kind of a different approach with that. Like, of course, you know what I'm saying, I want to be great and do great things, but I also want to do things that are like, but I also want to be in my own space.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to do stuff in my own little, you know, world. So it's just like, I mean, of course I strive to be great every day, every week, every year, but I also want to be great in my own way. That's
what I agree with that. I just think that with comfort comes, like, settlement, and, like, you're just like, not with all comfort, mm-hmm. like, I want to be comfortable in life and, like, happy and content with where I am, but mm-hmm. I don't want to be so comfortable to where I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I'm a nurse now and I'm making this much money a year, I can afford my bills, and that's it, I'm done. Like, I've reached my goal. Like, even though you're a nurse, like,
you want to be a doctor.
Like that, or you want to be a doctor, or you've always had this passion for interior design, so, like, you could do that on the side and, like, better yourself in all these other areas. Like, there's always something, like, no one's perfect too, and so, like, I, like, put that in the mix too. Like,
very strong believer in that.
Yeah.
No one's perfect.
I mean, I think that somebody's perfect, like as in like the higher level, but no, not any earthly thing.
Oh, not so. Not any earthly thing.
Well,
you can't. You sounded like an alien from like these earthly things are not perfect.
No, not you earthlings.
But that's what's up. But and the things that we have just talked about, people, or the things that me and Kaya talked about previously. Now I'm definitely going to get into some stuff that we definitely had not talked about, which is, of course, a section of this with almost everybody now, which I'm going to start doing now from this episode on, which is hashtag relationship talk.
Oh gosh, I knew that was coming.
So because there's a lot of, I've been trying to get my female listeners rate up, which is why
obviously I show that that's going up.
Yes, exactly. Which thank you. So, but of course I have male friends that always ask me like, bro, you need to get girls on the show so that way you can ask these questions that all these guys have been wondering about. You know what I'm saying? Like why they overreact about certain things, about why they do these things instead of completely doing the opposite. So, first things first. Let's get a base going. What are the 3 things that you look for in a guy? 3 things. I'm not gonna do 5. Let's just do 3.
Okay, 3. If I had to narrow it down to 3, I would choose personality as the number 1 for sure. Because like 1, I've never been one to go after looks. I think obviously there needs to be that attraction, but that's not something you can base a relationship off of. Is good looks,
That's not good at all.
No, and so I think personality carries somebody a really long way. So personality, like they need to have a good like strive, if that's the word to say, like a good like.
They need to be. They need to have aspirations, is what you're saying.
Yeah, like aspirations and like goals for themselves.
You don't want to date a bum, is what you're saying.
I don't want to date a comfortable person, like someone who's so comfortable with like, and is just so okay with the average.
Just looping shit together. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And 3 would probably be someone who like values like family, because I have such a huge family that's like. I have 12 nephews and nieces, so someone who has to like value family and is okay with that. I
just have one, and you're telling me it's like, well, I have 12, so they have to like,
Yeah.
What?
It's nothing easy. Like no one's gonna be. It's not easy to go into like such a huge family like that.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely someone who understands family life.
That's pretty. I expected the personality. I expected the looks, and then I expected the aspirations, and I expected the family trait. But the one thing that everybody that all the other girls have said on this one is a sense of humor.
I think that goes along with personality, though.
Okay, we can look at that.
And so, yeah, if you can make me laugh, you've already got me there, because I love laughing and I love being happy, and so, well, I'm always laughing, so pretty much anybody has me laughing, but...
Easy, dudes, chill. Don't be going in the DMs just yet.
Yeah, no, thank you. But, yeah, I think that, like, a sense of humor definitely goes with personality.
Okay, how you think a guy should approach you properly? Again, guys, people who are trying to get in this chick's DMs right now, I'm cracking the code. It's what I do, so... But
wait, what's your question?
How should a guy properly approach you?
Not off of my okay. So based off of where I
work, no sliding in the DMs.
No sliding in the DMs. No, like I'm so not even that, because actually like my ex and I met off Twitter and we dated for 4 years. Which
is interesting. If you told that to somebody, their head would explode.
It's pretty crazy. I never thought it would go there, definitely. But we were freshmen and we thought that was the thing.
Oh,
so,
of course.
I'm not like I don't think DMing people's bad, because that's like how you can start up meeting and hanging out and stuff like that. But I hate when people approach based off of just looks. Like, oh, you're so beautiful. What's your name? Like. I appreciate it. It's flattering. It's so flattering, but it's like just gets old after a while. Like,
so what if okay, so scenario, which we always do within this portion of the podcast. If if you're with, you're out in a public area and a guy approaches you, he came up to you and said something like, well, okay, without just basing it off looks, what would he have to?
Just like start a conversation, or I don't know, like when I'm envisioning this right now, I'm picturing myself sitting at a bar and someone's just so happens the guy's sitting next to me. Like, I don't want to be like, hey, you're so pretty, what's your name? Like, I would rather it be like, hey, like this TV show that's on, or have you seen this lately that's been going on? Like, how's your day been? Not basing it off of what you see.
So you're pretty easy. So you're pretty easy to approach, even if it's just not a guy trying to holler, but if just any random person. I got that.
I hope so. That's what I've always wanted to give off, is that I'm like approachable and like I give
not
off
somewhat intimidating.
No, and honestly, I've gotten both. Either from females, I get that I'm hard to approach, or I get off the front.
Why would you?
I don't know. So people either tell me that I'm really hard to read, or that I'm easy to read and I'm very approachable.
The whole hard to read thing is a really good thing, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I like people who have somewhat of a question mark behind them. Yeah. I don't want to know everything about them at that point in time. Because I've had this happen before, where I would talk to a girl and then all of a sudden she just opens up about stuff that's happening in her life. I don't want to necessarily know that. It's not even, of course it's not appropriate for the time that we're in, but it's just like, I don't want to have it so easy to where I can just not even have the key to the box and I just tip it open.
Right.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say I'd rather have a girl be hard to get, play hard to get, but I don't want her to just open up.
Right.
All right away. I'm pretty sure you feel the same way about a guy.
Yeah, definitely. I think that when they do that, it's kind of like it kind of pushes you away in a way, if that makes sense. Like, not in a mean way. I don't mean to be like mean or like when I say that, but like when you're like, you just meet someone that day and then they tell you everything, like maybe their family's having this huge problem. Yeah. And like, I appreciate, like, I want you to feel like you can talk to me even if you just met me, or maybe you really need to talk to me and get some advice from me.
Or just talk to somebody.
But at that point, we're kind of just friends.
Yeah. Like you've already
it's just kind of weird.
So it's just
after then it's kind of just weird.
That's and of course, are you, and I'm gonna ask this and be honest, are you the jealous type when it comes to relationships?
With girls or with men? Like my guys' friends? Okay, so
when it comes to say and then I'll flip, and then I'm gonna flip the scenario. So say, you're about to, he's like your dude's about to go out, your guy's about to go out and have a guy's night out.
That's
and
fine.
He looks, and you're like, wow, you look great, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be the one to. I know this is more of a guy's question, but you're not gonna make. But I feel like it can happen for girls too. You're not gonna be like, oh, you need to change because you.
No. Definitely not. So, with my past relationship, it was like that. Like, it, not for me, but I think, like, there was, like, that insecurity for him, and he wasn't insecure. Like, he was insecure with himself to where, like, he had to, like, take me down with him.
Oh, okay.
And so, I've seen that, and I would never do that. Like, I'm okay with, like, You going out, you looking hot, that's okay because you're coming home to me. Like, I'm going to have you at the end of the night. Like, you're still mine.
That's the answer that everybody needs to have. Because, of course, you sometimes have to be, jealous sometimes. And what I think
there's, like, a healthy amount. I think there's definitely, like a healthy amount.
Like, if a girl is completely, like, in front of your face hitting on your boyfriend, then you need to kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, time out. So, but what would you feel like if you're, let's like I said, flip the scenario. What if you're about to have a girls' night, just girls, and you come out looking like a bag of chips or some shit? I don't know. You look great, and your guy's like, I don't know about that. Like, he kind of is like, he's a little bit like, I don't know. guys will be all over you in that one. Like, what is your initial reaction to that? Are you gonna get like defensive, or are you gonna be like, well, kind of, or logical, kind of?
Well, like, one of the biggest things about me is, like, respect. Like, I respect that. Like, I respect you looking out for me, maybe, in a way. Like, if I'm going out in something too revealing, I think that is nice that you're going to look out for me and stuff. But I'm not going to go put on, like, a paper sack or some sweats and a sweatshirt. You know? So, I would just say at that point, like, I would try to see where he's coming from, but I'm not going to go change into something that is like a turtleneck. And
I feel like you don't get mad.
I really don't. Like, I really try not to, just because it's such a waste of energy. It really is. Like, and
she's so peaceful, man. It's so crazy.
Thank you.
Like it's just like, I don't understand. Like, I mean, sometimes when I see people like getting just really angry about something so small, like, I'm just like, yo, you are really, like, upset when you can easily just A, ignore this, or B, change it.
Yeah.
So where does that come from? Where does that, like, inner...
I was just about to say...
moment, like,
so
Tai Chi?
Well, I used to actually, like, get really angry because being the youngest of 6...
Oh, of course.
I'm always picked on, always, like... Oh, there's so many stories I could tell.
I mean, I just have an older brother, but I understand being the youngest.
So I was always so angry as a kid, just like mad at everybody. I had to go in bed before the older kids, and they're all out watching MTV still, and I'm like sitting at the edge of my door. Mom, I'm thirsty. Mom, I have to go to the bathroom. Like, anything to let me get out of the bedroom. But
understands my pain.
Like, the way I actually, like, learned to just be at peace with everything, like, no matter what happens, is, it's kind of a dumb story, but I nanny also, so I nanny 3 days a week, 2 or 3 days a week.
Still?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is interesting. Go ahead.
And so the lady that I nannied for, this was, like, my freshman year, so I didn't drive yet. I've nannied for her since I moved here, so her kid was 6 months old when I first started watching her, and now she's 5.
Wow.
And so, anyway, she was driving me home one day after I had babysat for her, and she drives a very nice BMW, and she sideswiped this big yellow pole, and she just starts laughing. And I was like, why? What is wrong with this lady? Why is she laughing? And I was like, and so I started laughing because, like, I thought it was funny, but I would be livid if that was my car that I just put a huge yellow line down the side of it. And I was like, why are you laughing? And she's like, there's no point in getting mad at something that, like, that had happened. Like, it's the past now. Like, I may as well just learn from it and move on.
And that just, like,
yeah, I was like, wow, like, she is so right. And so anytime, like, I'm about to get mad or, like, upset about something, that's literally the time that I think about. I'm like, it's already the past. Like, may as well learn from it and move forward.
Like, so you're probably a good person to, like, handle petty drama. Or are you just like...
Oh, I don't even include myself in it.
You're just like, oh, alright, delete. Let's just go on.
I honestly, like, try not to even pay attention to it, just because, like, it goes in one ear and out the other.
And I think if everybody was at least half the earth was like that, I think it would be a better place.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because, you know, like, I just feel like, I don't know if you've, and I'm not going to go too deep into this, but hopefully you would understand when I say this, is that everybody's gotten a little bit sensitive now. Everyone
is very sensitive, and I think that like, with the whole, like, drama and everything, I think that comes with maturity. And, like, for me, being the youngest of 6 kids, like, I had to mature really quick to fit in with what I was dealing with, what I saw day to day. And so I am, like, not trying to, like, boost myself or anything, but, like, really mature for my age, like...
Oh, I say that all the time.
Yeah, and so, like, I'm not into what half the kids my age are into. Like, you'll never see me at a function.
You'll never see me at a... Which I got that vibe, because you were just...
I'm just sitting there with a dog, or...
Okay, no, we're going to get into that. But, you know what I'm saying? You were just, like, just chilling, like, on a tailgate, just hanging out, just petting the dog.
Well, yeah, I mean, everyone is drinking soda or whatever they're drinking. I don't drink, so for me... Like, I like to go out and see my friends at these functions, or, you know...
So what's your... Okay, so if you don't drink, what's your guilty pleasure? Because I think everybody has one.
Soda. Soda,
really?
Candy, ice cream, sweets, anything sweet. Or, like, like a big...
So no drinking, no smoking, no none of that?
No, I don't smoke. I've never smoked a cigarette before. A cigarette.
A cigarette. Okay, got you. Anyways, I'm sorry, I'm just dumbfounded because yes, people, I like to party sometimes. I think everybody does. Mm-hmm. And that's just because...
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, anytime I tell someone I don't drink, they're like, oh, well, like, sometimes I don't try to drink as much. I'm like, no, like,
don't make excuses. Yeah.
Like, do what makes you happy. But, like, I don't know, maybe it's just the way... No, like, you can... Like, I love seeing my friends get drunk, do what they want. I'm the person who drives. Like, and I'm so content with that. I'm never, like, salty DD driver. Like, I'm always having the time of my life being the DD.
Attention, people. This is the kind of designated driver that you need, okay? This is the kind of person that you need. So, she's probably going to find her own way to have a good time, too. Because of course, everybody likes to have fun. But you don't get mad if someone's, like, passed out or you gotta, like... I would get mad if I didn't somebody.
If you're puking, that's something different. Because you're just being ignorant.
You're being ignorant.
And that's... If you want to puke and you want to drink that much, do it in a field or, like, do it somewhere where you're not...
Yo, pull over real quick and you'd be like, skrrr!
Get out. Yeah. Like, call your mom. Call your mom or something. Because I can't deal with throw up.
That's crazy. So basically, so your guilty pleasure is really just like, if I have like a bag of Skittles, I'm straight.
I'll eat the whole thing, or like a bag of chips. That's like one of my biggest things.
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna ask you this, and don't be ashamed to answer if you did. Have you ever ate a bag of chips, like a regular sized bag of chips, in one setting?
I was literally just about to say that.
Okay, because I have to, and I don't want to feel, and I don't want it to be like, the fuck is this?
No, that's one thing I don't like that I do is, like, if I open a bag of chips, I will not necessarily in that sitting, but in that day, I will eat the whole bag.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's why I try to get, like, the smaller size and not the big family size bag, because I'll eat the whole thing.
When I can't get family size, because every time because I'll sometimes, like, help my mom out with grocery shopping and stuff. Mm-hmm. And if I see family size, I'm like, yo, it's gonna be like gone in like 2 days. I'm gonna do that. Mm-hmm. I might as well get the regular size bag, because I'll end up eating it, but they don't eat it, so it's not even gonna be #grocery shop people.
Yeah.
But anyways, so high school for you, just from making that transition from, you were how old when you moved from California?
Freshman year, so probably like 14.
Going into freshman year?
It was the middle of my first semester.
Okay, so you kind of already felt like, okay, freshman, cool, awesome.
Till I moved here. I thought I was cool till I moved here. Not only, I thought, just because, I knew everybody. I lived there my whole entire life, and it's such, a small town where I was from. And so I knew everyone knew me, everyone was so cool with each other. And then here, when I first moved here, I obviously lived in Rockwall. That's not obvious, you know that, but they don't. And so I lived in Rockwall, and I went to Rockwall Heath. Mm-hmm. Hated it. I've never hated a school so much in my life.
Word?
Really, yeah.
It's that,
prison.
What? Hold on. So when you, is it just when you got there, was it kind of like the, what I like to call the movers blues, where you get to somewhere and you're just like, oh, I miss home. Why am I here? I miss
home, but it was one, it's a huge school.
Oh, yeah.
And so school in California is outside. To get to your other classes, you walk outside. It's like a college campus, basically. Mm-hmm. And here, it was obviously inside, so that was different. There was no lockers. That was different. You got your own set of books to take home. That was weird because California, you keep them in a locker, and if you had to read your textbook that night and you forgot it in your locker, then you're
crap out of luck.
Yeah, but so I hated it. The teachers seemed to only care about you if you were in sports, and I'm the most uncoordinated person ever. So
I was just fixing to ask you that question. Did you ask you played sports?
I did cheer. Was awful at that, honestly.
I was going to say volleyball.
I did do volleyball in California. I did volleyball and softball.
I'm telling you, volleyball's a big thing in Texas.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I never continued. it when I moved here. But so I went to Heath for 2 years and ended up moving to Greenville, which is like polar opposites.
Which is like 10 minutes that way.
Yeah, and everyone's like, ew, you moved to Greenville? So, like, I met some of my best friends at Heath. Like, my absolute best friend, Mackenzie Long, I met her there, and we're still best friends to this day, but everyone at Heath was like, ew, Greenville? Like, why would you go to Greenville?
See,
and I'm like,
that was a huge problem.
if only, like, they knew, like, half of those people were way more real than, like, these people at Heath, you know?
And I'm glad that I meet people that don't have that attitude anymore.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Because I used to think when it came to like when other schools would come to us to play come to play us, because I went to Ray City, it would just be like, oh, we're so much better than y'all. We got better stuff here. Y'all ain't got nothing. Blah 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 blah. And I just kind of like look at them like, I've been to Rockwall like today, and it's the same shit every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all aren't like, no. I hate to burst anybody's bubble, but really, nobody's special.
Mm-mm.
And I mean that in the most like respectful way, like as in meaning like no one is like higher above anybody. Earthling.
Right.
Your
Correct. Yes.
terminology.
Yes.
No Earthling is higher than any other Earthling. We're all on the same. We all breathe the same. We all drink the same. Like, we all put our pants on one leg at a time. So, I just don't get it where that specific attitude comes from.
Well, I could tell you definitely that it comes from money, because in Rockwall, it's like, oh, my daddy has more money than your daddy, so we're cooler than you are.
Was it like Mean Girls over there?
Honestly, yes. Like, it was awful. I couldn't stand it, and
I just hate that you're playing Lindsay Lohan in that role.
yeah.
But go ahead.
But yeah, so I really actually loved Greenville a lot. Like, that was the best 2 years ever, was going to Greenville and moving again to a new school. So 3 high schools I had been to, and it was definitely an adjustment.
Which one did you like the most?
Honestly, probably my California high school, just because
You're...
the environment.
How about just in Texas? Which one did you hate the least?
Oh, definitely Greenville.
Okay.
Yeah, I hated Heath so much. I like literally asked my mom to move. I was like, if you're gonna move me to Texas, you may as well move me to to where I want to live.
I remember you telling me that, and I was like, "Yo, you just told your mom straight up to just move."
No, it didn't work that fast.
I get slapped.
It did not work that fast. I had to do a lot of whining and crying. That makes me sound like a little brat, but really, it was miserable. Like, I was miserable there. It was awful.
I was like, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because I moved here from Abilene, Texas, which is like 3 hours. I don't know, I guess just 3 hours that way.
Abelene's west, right? Like,
yes.
It's by
Let's
Lubbock?
Just go with that.
Let's hope so.
So, no one correct me on this.
Yeah.
But, I lived there, and I basically like kind of my whole entire, like, I started preschool there, like that's where I like got all my friends. Like, I thought I was like, hey, man, I'm kind of cool around here, and I moved here and I was like, yo,
wow, yeah,
well, who am I here, man? But it was just in 5th grade, so I was like, okay, this is where, like, I look back on it and I was like, okay, that was the stage where, like, kids were like starting to, like, you know what I'm saying, get their best friends and blah blah blah. And it was just like, okay, this is cool, you know. And then middle school happens, and it's just like, okay, all right, cool. I know a little bit more people than I used to. I met my first love here, so that was kind of like a different. That was kind of different. That was something different that I had never experienced in Abilene. And in high school was just like, I don't know. Like I guess when I got to high school, I was just kind of I guess I was trying to, like, be something I wasn't.
Yeah.
And I regret it till this day. Like, I can sum up my high school in a few short phrases.
Well, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
That's exactly how I was at Heath. Like, for me, like, my family is probably, like, middle class. Like, we're not Heath people, technically. Like,
Heath people.
Well, like, Heath is just, like, outrageous money. Like, that's not us. And so, like, I felt like I had to please people and, like, wear all these fancy clothes that, one, I don't like wearing fancy clothes. I hate wearing makeup, and all these girls are like picture perfect, and I felt
cake.
Yeah, literally.
Not Rihanna, but cake on the face.
And so I felt like I needed to like change myself to fit in and to like make them like me. And luckily, like, my best friend that I met wasn't like that. Like, she's just like me. But I just wasn't okay with doing that.
So if you had to give any advice to people that are like starting high school or starting school anywhere in a different place that they've never been, what do you think the best piece of advice is?
Honestly, like, just being yourself, because it's unique enough that you've moved and you've made this transition, and like, you're not like all these people that are around you, and you've experienced so many different things, and the right people who like should be in your life are going to accept that, and they're not going to try to change you for that. So like, not trying to like fit, like, I think it's okay to fit in with your surroundings, but like, not try to change yourself for your surroundings.
Yeah, I think that was kind of me, like freshman, sophomore year. I was trying to be that cool, quintessential cool kid that you see on because when I was a kid, I used to think high school was just like you saw it on TV. Yeah, but I was completely wrong. Well, kind of, but freshman, sophomore year, I was just like, all right, I'm gonna try to be this cool kid, blah blah blah. Then junior year, I was like, okay, this isn't working. And then senior year, I was like, okay, I really hate all of you. Like, I kind of now. So it was like, it's just, and then I'm proud to say that I'm not the person that I was in high school. I can tell you that right now. Like, I'm a completely different person, and I think it was for the better, because if I was the same person I was in high school, I wouldn't have a podcast. Period. I wouldn't be as outgoing. I wouldn't have as many friends as I do now, because it's just like, I don't know. Like, I just was kind of just one of those people that were just kind of kept to himself, and was kind of did his own thing. But I think it wasn't until probably towards the end of my senior year where I started like going to like functions, and I just started meeting people, and I just got more social. I got more social. Perfect. Yeah. Grammar. Perfect grammar. I got more social, and I just kind of like, and then I was like, all right, this is awesome. I finally figured out who I am, what I'm gonna do, who I like, what I want to be. Perfect. Awesome. Boom.
Right. It. That's always good.
I mean, it's a wonderful thing, because people will ridicule you, people will judge you, and do all these other things. Like, I mean, whether what you look like by what you look like or not. Like, if you could be like, I mean, I always say this, like, even if you're walking down the street, that homeless man could probably be the coolest dude on the block, and then everybody that's all, like, wearing these, these big name brands like Ralph Lauren and huge sunglasses that cover up their face, they could be like the worst people you've ever met. So you just never know. That's why I've always learned to judge somebody by their personality rather than what they look like.
And I definitely think, like how you had said earlier, about like that making the world a better place. Like, if people were more like that, that would be awesome. Because like, I've definitely been on the other side of like the whole judgment thing, like being the one who's being judged. And like, I've always been the type of person that, like, say when I moved to Greenville, there would be girls that would come at me and like want to be my friend, and like would try to be my friend, but then my friends who I already had that were already at Greenville, they're like, oh, don't talk to her, like, she's this way, she does this. And I've always been the type of person to like give everyone a chance. Like, no matter what it is, like, give them a chance. No matter what I've heard, what they do, give them a chance, because that could be your best friend, or that could be the coolest person you've ever met.
Oh, of course.
And it doesn't matter, like, a lot of my friends, like, we have a lot of similarities, but we also have a lot of differences. And
which is good in a friendship,
yeah.
Which is very key, because I hate...
Well, even in a relationship, I feel like it's kind of in a good way.
Okay,
like,
well, you wouldn't, because I've seen people who are like, who date people, and I'm like, yo, y'all are completely like the same person.
And
like,
but that gets kind of boring.
So great. I'm like, yo, y'all aren't gonna last, because y'all are gonna just
get
like the same thing, and it's just gonna be so weird, and then it's just no.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Would you date somebody like completely opposite of you though?
As in
like, you're would you date somebody like rambunctious, off the wall, like completely like crazy? Because you're like zen, like I'm cool, calm, collected, like numb your gay cure. Like
well, I mean, I'm kind of both. Like I am like cool, calm, and collective. Like I like to just be at cool or at chill with everything. Mm-hmm. But I can definitely be like bouncing off the walls, crazy. Not like, you know what I mean? Like
I know that I only know the cool.
Well, crazy isn't like hyper fun, like that kind. And I am that too. But yeah, I'm always open to new things. Like I'm always open to like learning new things. I don't want to date someone who's just like me because predictable. Yeah. I think that it's okay to be. I don't know. It's scary to like.
I understand what you're meaning. Like you don't want to say predictable because
scary. Like that's a scary word. Predictable, just because like you want to know their intentions, but you don't want to know like
because
their move, like every move.
All right. What about this? Say, he gets you the same thing for your birthday every year. No,
that's so boring.
That's the predictable part that I'm talking about.
Right, yeah, I know.
I'm saying that the part that I'm talking about is you want somebody kind of unpredictable, off the wall, like he could.
One day we want to go to the zoo and the next day we're going 2 states over.
Yeah.
I mean, that's honestly goals for me. Like goes back to the whole comfort thing. Like I don't want to be comfortable. I don't want to do the same thing every single day. Mm-hmm. So
you're that person who's like, all right, what are we going to do today?
No. I mean, yeah, kind of like that. Like, I don't like to just sit around. There are days, yes. Like, I haven't had a day where I just shut my curtains and just sit in my dark room with movies all day. Like, I long for that. Seriously, like, I want that so bad. But
it's fantastic. I can tell you already.
Thank you for choosing it for me. But, like, I remember in high school I got to have those days, and they were so awesome. But now, like, moving into my own place and everything, there's never a day where there's not something to do. Like,
oh, I feel you.
As in, like, decorating or hanging out with family, especially with how big of a family I have, there's always something to do, somewhere to attend. And so I guess I am the type of person, like, what are we going to do today? But I also want to, like, I want to be the type that's like, oh, let's not just sit inside today. Let's go to Oklahoma. Like, let's go hiking. Let's do this. Like, I love being outside, so.
That's what's up. I mean, well, because California's kind of an outside kind of place, and you went to school outside.
And where I lived, it was like an hour and a half from everything. So, an hour and a half to the beach.
That's what I feel about here.
Really?
Yeah.
So, the only thing I haven't found here is, like, mountains. Like.
No, you have to find that here.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
Okay.
No.
So, that's one thing that I definitely do love about California is, like, I lived in the valley, so that valley girl or whatever.
I was just fixing to say that. I was like, don't call her a valley girl, though.
Like, yeah, I guess I mean, honestly, I'm not ashamed of it. I probably am a valley girl who's like, oh my gosh, probably me. But I'm like an hour and a half when I lived there. I was an hour and a half from everything. Hour and a half from the desert, which was cool because we rode 4-wheelers and that type of stuff. Hour and a half from the mountains, which was either snow or trees. Mm-hmm. Hour and a half from the beach, or yeah.
So hour and a half from basically just anything you wanted to do.
Any type of land, you're an hour and a half away from it.
Wow.
And it was great.
Well, when I moved here, because I lived on an Air Force base, and the coolest thing about my old neighborhood is that there was the neighborhood, and then there was like land back there, and there was a football field that was back there. There was a basketball court that was back there, and me and my dad had bought this dune buggy, and we would drive that back there, and we would like jump in, ride on all these hills and stuff, and go on these old tracks. And I was like, and because before we moved here, we thought about taking it down here, and then we just kind of like, and then my dad moved here. He moved here first before we did, so we were just like. He just kind of looks around and was like, yeah, we're going to have to sell that dune buggy. And I was like, what? And I was like, yeah, there's kind of not...
Flat.
It's it's just flat. We can't find anything to jump. We can't find anything to just any cool tracks to ride on. There's just like, I'm just like, wow, okay, awesome. So I would kind of be mad because I'd be like, it's like so, like really sunny outside. And I'd just be like, crap, I really wish I could ride that dune buggy right now. But...
Yeah.
You get what you get when you come over here. I don't know. The Dallas area is a very interesting area to be in.
I think it's really diverse. Like
that was one of the words.
I think it is super diverse, which I like because like one day I want to be country and go to like country dancing and stuff, and the next day I want to be artsy and go at a cool, unique little cafe in Dallas and like go to some place I've never been before. I love food, so I love going out to like I'll just Google cool places in Dallas, and me and my friend Mackenzie will just drive to these cool, unique little places.
Favorite kind of food? Let's talk about it.
Oh my gosh, that's so hard. Honestly,
let's get into hashtag food talk because
I like
because I mean I think you've told me this, but I'm a foodie as well.
Yes, so I love Italian food, like Olive Garden. I will eat that any day.
Really?
Any day I will eat Olive Garden. That's like one of my favorite restaurants.
And there's the fact there's just one in Rockwell.
And now that I live in Rockwell, it's just a couple minutes down the road, and that's awesome for me. It's pretty sad. Sometimes I'll just sit at the bar at Olive Garden and eat by myself, and that's honestly really depressing. But I'm okay with it now.
Yeah, you never want to be like that person. It's like, why is that girl just chowing down on some pasta right now by herself? And the brother's like, oh no,
endless pasta. I mean, that's why I'm here. But so I love Italian food. I really love Mexican food, but I feel like sometimes I have to be in the mood for it. Like, some days I don't want to just go sit and...
Meal that you can have for the rest of your life.
Macaroni and cheese.
Okay, this is going to bring you into something that we talked about
on Twitter.
God, this is... Okay. Okay, listen. Because me and Kaya became fast friends. She put up this poll on Twitter talking about, was it Kraft versus Velveeta?
Yes.
And I said they're both great, but if you had to make me choose, I would choose Velveeta. And I got the stank eye.
Honestly, yeah, because like maybe it's just because I was raised on Kraft.
I was raised on Kraft too.
Like when you buy it in bulk, it's so cheap, $1 a box, and you can feed 2 people for $1.
Yes.
I mean, I can eat a whole box to myself, but
factual, so can I. I'm not gonna turn down Kraft. What's wrong with you?
Like, I would never turn down Velveeta either, but so I love macaroni and cheese, but I don't eat cheese. Like, I'm not gonna go get a cheeseburger. I don't eat cheese, milk, eggs.
What?
Yeah.
I'm a dairy fiend. I don't drink milk though, but I'm a dairy fiend. I love ice cream. I love
ice cream, but
I love any type of cream thing. Like it's.
You like sour cream?
Yes.
Ew.
Wait, what? Sour cream? Okay, first of all, sour cream on my nachos or tacos, fantastic.
Ew, no.
Okay.
So I don't like sour cream, mayonnaise.
Okay, mayonnaise. People have ruined mayonnaise for me.
Yeah, just like a tub of lard is what I
do. It's oil and egg. That's all it is.
So.
I think that's what it is.
Sour cream, mayonnaise, mustard.
I'm not a condiment person.
Yeah, ketchup. I can put ketchup on anything.
No.
Anything.
No.
Like steak, chicken.
Keep that away from me. Ketchup is so gross to me.
I put ketchup on my pizza, and like people are like, "What in the world?"
I'm never eating.
Like people say pineapple on pizza, ketchup on pizza.
Pineapple on pizza's like. I think that's a sin.
A sin, yeah.
That's a sin.
Truly.
Because when it comes to pizza, I'm a pepperoni, just classic pepperoni, maybe a little bit of bell pepper. That's it.
Okay, for me, I love pizza. I could eat pizza. Okay, so I love pizza, but I'm not gonna be like, ooh, let's go get a pizza. Like I'll eat pizza anytime. Mm-hmm. But
you're gonna go get it.
I will not eat Little Caesars. I will never ever eat Little Caesars pizza. I think that's just disgusting.
There's probably a story behind it.
Or Pizza Hut. No. Like
hold on, pizza. Wait, hold on.
I only like thin crust. So like thin, like thank you.
Yes. That was the softest high five ever.
I know, it was really bad.
That's why let's do that again. Yes, thin crust is where it's at. Like, I don't care what anybody else has to say when it comes to, like, oh my god, you don't want chew? No, I want some crunch, son.
Yeah, yes.
Like, I want to be able to eat the entire slice. Yes. First of all, does it drive you crazy when people eat pizza but just leave the
crust?
Yes.
Okay, so like relationship goals for me is for someone who doesn't like crust, because I love crust so much that I eat it first. Like, I'll eat the crust first sometimes.
You eat pizza backwards?
Well, for thin crust, sometimes my favorite type of pizza is Domino's, like the squared pieces,
Yes.
And Campese's.
I just feel like it's more. I feel like there's more.
Yeah, well, and you scour it down so fast, though, it seems like. Like, I could honestly probably eat a medium pizza to myself.
I can eat a large.
Yeah, so I don't feel as bad. But, yeah, so Campese's or Domino's are my favorite.
Campese's, what's Campese's?
Okay, so you're missing out. It's this place.
Wow, you already insulted me right away.
I think they have them in Dallas, but they have one in Rockwell at the harbor, and it's go for lunch because it can get kind of pricey sometimes. But if you like salads too, they have the best. Like, do you like olives?
No.
Okay, well, never mind. Scratch the salad. Don't get that. But the pizza there is like the same exact pizza as Domino's, but like
gourmet.
Oh, yeah, it's so good.
See, listen. Okay, yes. Okay. These are like the three foods that I really just kind of can't live without. I mean, okay, I would put pizza on there, but I've gone long periods of time without eating pizza. Don't ask how. I don't know how, but I have. But chicken wings is definitely on that list.
You could not go without it?
I can't. Like, I love chicken wings so much. Like, wings, they just opened up a Wingstop in Greenville, and that made, like... Yeah. I almost shed a tear because I was like, I love Wingstop because...
Bone in or bone out, though?
I go bone in.
Bone in, okay. So
because
I go bone out.
Flavor.
I go bone out, and I like bone out from, like, Wing Street or whatever. Like
the Pizza
Hut.
Yeah.
Honey Barbecue. Or Sonic, honestly, has really good boneless wings.
Okay, well, would you eat bone in, though?
So, at Hooters, that's obviously where I work, we have bone-in smoked wings.
Hit her up at Hooters to get a nice discount price also.
Probably not discount, but I'll be a good server to you.
There you go. She'll give you hospitality. How about that? Go ahead.
Yes. They have, we have, like, smoked wings, and they're marinated for, like, 24 hours. I sound like I'm, like, advertising Hooters right now. But
it's where you get your money from. Go ahead.
Those are the only bone-in wings that I'll eat. Everything else just seems so, like, just, like, gristly.
Okay, are you the type of person who religiously loves Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, but I think it can also get old. Like, anything to me can get old.
Anything?
Except for macaroni and cheese.
Ain't about to say anything.
Except I could eat macaroni and cheese three times a day.
Okay, if you just got an apartment by yourself and all you had was mac and cheese, you can just eat that for however long.
For sure. I love macaroni and cheese and tuna helper. Like, I love No? Oh, you like it? Okay.
Talk that shit. No, because macaroni and cheese and tuna is the...
Wait, what? You mix them?
Yes.
No, I was saying tuna helper. Like the...
No, I thought you were talking about mixing them.
No, let me take back
that. No. You have to have that.
No.
Oh my, no.
Cheese? Wait, have you had tuna helper before?
Yes. I know it's... No, I high-fived you with the tuna helper. Yes, I'm with that. But that's where I was getting to macaroni and cheese and tuna. I promise you. If you don't like it, that's fine. But
I'll try.
It's delicious.
I'm down to try anything.
It's delicious. Like, my mom makes it, and I don't know where she got it. She introduced me to so much stuff. She introduced me to grenadine and Sprite, which I was like,
Shirley Temple.
Yes, I just didn't. I was like, what? But now, she bought some grenadine and I poured it in one of those liter Sprites. It looks like lean. If anybody knows what lean looks like and looks in my refrigerator, it's okay. It's just a Shirley Temple, dude. This is all right. Because I think my brother came with his niece. Hi, Aaliyah, if you're listening to this. She's one, so she was like banging on the freezer, and then my brother just kind of like went up and she opened the freezer, looked, and then walked away, and then he opened up the refrigerator. He's like, bro, why do you have lean in the just laying out in front of the... I'm like, dude, there's grenadine and Sprite, and he's just like, oh, okay, all right.
Okay.
And I was like, but yes, try.
I'll have to try that.
Yes.
I mean, like I said, I'm down to try anything. I would try anything.
But
so you eat it with Velveeta?
It's either Kraft, both.
Okay.
It's both. I first tried it with Kraft and it was delicious.
So I'm down for anything except my best friend from California. She's like basically my sister. She and her family will eat hot dogs inside their macaroni and cheese.
Time out.
No.
That's no.
Sin.
No. Don't you dare disrespect mac and cheese like that. You know what is good? Lobster mac and cheese.
Never tried that.
Whoa! You never had lobster mac and cheese?
The only thing I've had in my macaroni and cheese is like breadcrumbs, like like the.
Oh, so you're just like pure mac and cheese, no extra stuff. I've had lobster mac and cheese. This is gonna sound weird, but shrimp mac and cheese.
Where do you get all this at?
Like
Red Lobster? Where are you going?
Okay, well, my great grandmother, before she passed, rest in peace, she used to make, this woman had, I don't know what she did in her kitchen, but everything that came out of it was fantastic.
That's my mom, yeah.
Like, I would just, like, be like, I don't even know what this is, but this tastes fantastic. Like, I got introduced to gumbo. Okay. I got introduced to jambalaya. I love New Orleans food. Fried catfish. Like, I would just be like, why? I was my mom like, why aren't you making this at home? And she's like, because Grandma won't give us the recipes. She gave my mom the gumbo recipe. Shed a tear just a little bit. It was fantastic. But, okay, what's your stance on seafood, though?
What's my what?
Your stance on seafood.
I love seafood. Like crab legs. I don't know if you'd consider crawfish a seafood, but I love crawfish, tilapia. One thing I don't like is salmon.
What?
It's just like an oil fish to me.
You can do so much with it, though.
You can do so much with tilapia, too.
Well, yeah.
I just prefer tilapia, shrimp, crab legs.
Any kind. Wait.
Lobster.
Any kind of shrimp, because I like it. I'll eat fried shrimp, but if I had a choice, I'd do it like boiled or grilled or something like that.
I'll eat anything. Like coconut covered shrimp is so good.
We hate coconut in this house.
What? Coconut? Oh my gosh, Almond Joys are the best ever.
My mom hates coconut, and then I had it one time just to see what all the fuss was about, and I was like, no, I don't even
Really? Okay, so I'm not going to go like drink coconut milk or like crack open a coconut and like take that white stuff out, but like, yeah, I like it. Like, it's like coconut fried shrimp.
Oh, okay.
So it's like in the batter fried.
Yes.
It's really good.
So I'm guessing you watch sometimes you watch food shows. Sometimes.
Well, yeah, I watch food shows a lot. Like my TV's either on HGTV or the Food Network.
Time out. What is with girls watching House Hunters?
I don't know about the other girls, but I've always like had a big passion towards like interior design and stuff like that.
The girls that I'm talking about are like not even close to being wanting to be in interior design, but they'll just watch them just to see who's on. Like, I'm like, don't turn House Hunters into reality television, please.
My show that I watch is Fixer Upper, though I'm sure you've heard of it.
Yes.
That couple from Waco.
My parents were just watching that today.
Yeah, I love them. They're so sweet and so pure. So I like them. But so about the food thing, I do watch Food Network. I watched in high school.
Diners, Drive-Ins and Dives. That's what I watched.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
Isn't that with Guy or whatever?
Yes,
yeah.
That is weird.
Yeah. I took culinary for 3 years in high school and like did like competitions and like traveled competing with different high schools and stuff, and so I'm a big cook. I love cooking, and so I like watching the channel to like learn new stuff.
This might sound either weird or like maybe I should try that because it makes it weird. I don't know why, but every time I eat like a big meal, like either like something my mom makes or something I fix up something really quick, like I always watch it. I only watch it like while watching.
While you're eating?
Yeah, while I'm eating, while I'm watching Food Network. I don't know why. Maybe it just makes the food taste better. Maybe it makes me more hungrier. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I was just like I don't know. I did it one time and I was like, yo, what I'm eating right now is fantastic. But I guess it's because that's what I'm watching.
Yeah.
So it's just I don't know. It's different. It's everybody's different. Everybody's weird in their own way. What is one weird thing? Before we wrap up, what is one weird thing that you're like yet you think you do is weird?
Oh my gosh, that's hard. I don't know. I'm trying to think. That's really hard.
Like, you're like, when you do this, you're like, I'm so weird, but I just do it anyway. But you just do it anyway.
Dang. That, like, has me kind of, like, thinking. I don't know if this is, like, a weird thing. I'm just, like, a really big clean freak. And so, like, like, my friends, even my best friends, like, they could stay the night and I'm gonna wash my sheets the next day. And
really?
Yeah. Or, like, even my siblings, like my sister, or I don't share drinks and stuff like that.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
I mean, like, unless I'm, like, in a relationship, that's different, because obviously that's the same stuff as, like, kissing and whatnot, but...
Yeah, but, so clean
freak.
So you're a clean freak. Okay, that's not necessarily bad.
But not right now, because I'm in the middle of, like, moving and everything.
It drives you crazy.
And I haven't even had time to, like, even hardly unpack anything, so everything's everywhere. I'm, like, picking stuff out of boxes and, like, it's awful. But I used to never be a clean freak. Like, my mom would always get mad at me for never cleaning and stuff.
I became a clean freak because my mom's, like, OCD.
Yeah, and so now I'm, like, very OCD.
My house is always clean. Like, literally, you can probably, like, drop a piece of food on the floor and you can still eat it. It's fine.
Eat it off the floor, yeah.
Yeah, you just eat it off the floor. That's what my boss tells me. So my boss has known my family for, like, since I was, like, 11. So he just comes, so he's like, it's alright, dude. It's like, I swear he has 2 kids. And, his little boy dropped something on the floor and he didn't even, like, he's like, dude, just pick it up. This house is so clean, you can just eat anything off the floor. And then the little kid's, like, looking at him like, really? And then so he just literally sits on the floor and just eats it. And it's just so, I couldn't stop laughing. And I was just like,
that is so funny.
I was like, thanks, Mom. You're so clean.
No, it really is so clean.
Yeah, she does all of this, especially if she knows people are coming, she goes into, like, clean overdrive mode. Like, yes. I'm just like, and where she's like, I swear she's at, like, 3 places at once.
Oh yeah, like anytime, like even recently, like having friends over at my new place, they're like, oh, it's 6 o'clock, okay? I'm like, make it like 6:45. I'm running late, but really I'm like scrubbing my countertop and like making sure everything's clean and smells good. Candle's been lit for 20 minutes, so when they walk in, like, they smell that clean stuff.
Yes. This is awesome.
Starting laundry, make it look like I have my life together.
There you go. So we always wrap this up. I want to wrap this up before we actually do the actual wrap up. As the conversation we had, I told you about my musical, not aspirations, favoritism would be a good word. I guess favoritism, because and people also know this, I'm a huge fan of rap music, and I'm like a serious giant advocate for it. But what are some of the artists that you like, just probably just on the way back from work, on the way to work? You know, I mean, are you the type of person that just keeps their phone on the aux cord, doesn't listen to the radio?
I don't listen to the radio. Unless my phone's dead, my phone will never be on the radio. And, like, if I don't, like, that's just, like, my last resort. It really just depends on where I'm going. Like, I like rap music, but I'm mostly, like, listening to country music. Even in California, like, the Valley was, like, the country there, and so I was always listening to country. That's what I was raised on. Mm-hmm. And so if I'm going to work, I'm really trying to get in the best mood, so I'm definitely going to turn on, literally, I don't have a lot of rap music on my phone, so I go to Drake Radio on Pandora.
So that's okay. Drake's taking over the world, and actually, what time is it right now? It is 5:50, and probably within the next maybe 10 minutes, I think it's an hour. I think it might be an hour. Yeah, maybe an hour. He has a radio show on Apple Music or Beats One Radio, which I am also an advocate for. Please, people, if you haven't given Apple Music a try, please do.
I just got Apple Music.
It's fantastic.
$10 a month, and you get to listen to anything you want.
And if you go to school, you can use your school email, and it's like $5 off.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, and the coolest thing for Apple Music for me, especially because I'm a rap fan, I know exactly what little profiles to go to. Mm-hmm. So at 10 p.m. on Thursday, they always re-up new music. So it's just all right, go here. Mm-hmm. So that's why if people follow me on Twitter, I always tweet out links. Yep. Because just in case anybody because I know Ed Sheeran just came out with an album, and people were I think somebody texted me, he's like, why did you tweet out this link? I was like, I don't really listen to Ed Sheeran, but if you want me to, I mean, but I probably forgot about it later. So that's what I do. Because I just and I also give people like just suggestions on what to listen to and stuff. Like, I think I showed somebody my favorite rapper right now, Joey Badass, and I showed one of them like Devastated, and now he's just like, dude, he's awesome. Like, he's fantastic. I love this. Mm-hmm. So, I'm always an advocate. So if you need like good rap songs like that fits your mood and fit your, you know what I'm saying, like your attitude, I'm always the person to come.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to, because Drake Radio sometimes just doesn't cut it. I run out of skips sometimes.
And now that you have Apple Music, I can actually send you playlists now.
On like,
yes, through Apple Music, because
that's
like
cool.
So like, and that's what I did with Apple Music. Like I did the Flight 96 Moods and Vibes playlist, where Taylor Monroe, and Avery Cali put a collection of probably like 15, maybe 23 songs. I think it was 23. Yeah, 23 songs of just songs that give a different vibe. Whether it was it ranged from like Travis Scott to Red Hot Chili Peppers. So there's a huge gap, and I'm thinking about doing that like every 2 months, every 3, or maybe every month.
So updated songs or like old songs?
Mixture of both.
Okay.
It's a mixture of both. You know what I'm saying? So and everybody's always asking me like to do like album reviews and stuff, but that's gonna be something I'll discuss in a different video. But with that being said, as we usually always wrap up, of course, Kai, it's always nice talking to you as well.
Mm-hmm,
so,
nice.
If you had to pick one song that either means something to you or something that you just jam out to, or something that has like a really good message behind it, what song would you want to share for the people to listen to?
Specific song would be Streets of Bakersfield. That's obviously where I'm from. It's by Dwight Yoakam and Buck Owens. Buck Owens is like a famous country singer from Bakersfield. Mm-hmm. But if I'm like trying to like jam out, Fergie Radio. That's the reason why I have Pandora. Fergie Radio, Drake Radio.
That's hilarious. Okay, because I didn't see the Fergie coming. I would think like, I don't know why I'm thinking this, but I'm thinking Shania Twain. Okay,
so that you've probably seen on my Snapchat. Sometimes I'll like Snapchat a song.
No, I'm just getting that vibe.
I love that kind of stuff, but sometimes I don't want to hear country.
Like I feel like you're a female singer lover. Like you love like Shania Twain.
I do. I like honestly both.
Celine Dion.
More Shania Twain.
Okay, more Shania Twain.
Yeah.
So it's just it differs sometimes.
Yeah.
So you basically would listen to absolutely anything.
Pretty much, except for like Screamo. I'm not gonna listen to that like killed pig squealing stuff. I won't listen to that. But
I think that fact
like,
is absolutely candy.
Jammed out to Papa Roach on my way to work today.
Whoa! And you're just like, what am I doing with my life?
Oh no, it's me and my best friend Mackenzie. Like we will jam to that when we're going somewhere. We turn on that and then we go. Because that's like our song. We'll like
wait, so you'll be in parks, listen to the song, and then get
like putting it in drive, turn on the song, and then like goes from that to Fergie Radio or pretty much anything. Fergie Radio's like gets a girl going, just like yes, we can do this.
Does it make you feel good like when you go to like certain places?
Fergie Radio?
Yes.
If I'm going to work or going out with girls, Fergie Radio for sure.
Really?
It's just like all the girls that. Every girl will know any song like that comes on Fergie Radio. It's
which is weird. It's really weird.
Yeah, it's like any song from like that was cool from like 8th grade to like probably earlier than 8th grade. Just like any cool girl song, that's what's gonna come on.
I was at a party and it was really big. It had like different spaces where they were like playing like different music and stuff. And there was like a group of girls that were just sitting on this bench and they played Big Girls Don't Cry.
Yes.
They like sang the whole thing like it was in unison, and I was like, people really love Fergie, and I was like, I mean, that's what's up. That's your forte. Like I respect people. I respect other people's musical taste. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought that was weird. They were just like literally in a bench.
Well, I think it's honestly like any old songs from like Rihanna, Beyonce, Fergie, Sierra, like any of those old songs that like put them on like this foundation of like who they are.
I feel like you're the type to pull over the car and start twerking on my humps.
For sure. Yeah.
Boom. Code cracked.
No, me and my friend Courtney, anytime we're driving around, we're listening to Fergie radio, no matter what. And sometimes she'll just get out and start twerking, for sure.
Do you feel like...
I'm more of the Snapchatter. I'm videoing it, but I'm a part of it.
Are you more like... Do you just kind of listen to music just for the feel, or do you actually listen to what they're saying?
I listen... 100% listen to what they're saying. Because, like, any song, no matter, like, if it's rap, screamo, country, whatever... Usually, if it's not written for them and they're like about that song,
that ghostwriter thing right
now. It means something, and like they've experienced that, they're coming from it, and like I like to be able to relate myself to all things, like either something that someone's going through or something like a song. I like to relate to it and like figure out like what they were feeling when that was happening.
So you don't want to listen to music to get in your feels.
No, but it happens.
It definitely like you just be driving and
I'm like, dang it, let's turn on Drake.
And then Drake Hates Sleeping Alone comes on and you're just like, I hate my life.
Oh yeah, then I get on to that little strip on the road that's like ging, 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 and it's like, oh, it's time to get on something happy because I'm drifting off.
Wow. That's what it does?
No, not literally. I'm not hitting that shit.
You're just like zoning out, and all of a sudden, boom. Okay, I need to get off of this.
No, but I'm just like definitely in my feelings to that point.
Like if Marvin's Room just comes on, and you're just like, oh god.
If I can sing to it though, like if I am in the mood to sing to it, I can't switch it. So no matter how deep it's gonna put me, I gotta listen to it.
Oh, see, okay, that's kind of bad.
It is, yeah.
So I feel like in a scenario where if I'm in the car with you and then all of a sudden it's just this soft ass like ballad just comes on, you just start. I'm like, bro, I don't want to cry right now, man.
I would be like, okay, fine. Like, you're lame, whatever. We'll change it. But I'll make my point that I wanted to hear that song.
You get so bad. You'll carry it on to the rest of the day, like, hey.
Next time we get in the car and turn it on. But I'll try.
So, Streets of Bakersfield.
Streets of Bakersfield.
By Dwight Yoakam
and Buck Owens.
Yes. That's something that y'all should listen to. I'm pretty sure it's not. It's
not for everybody.
That's
it's for me.
It's fun, and that's awesome because I like when people put me on to stuff that I've never heard before. And if I don't like it, if I don't like it, I'll be like, I appreciate someone trying to like put me on to something because that kind of like thinks like, okay, you have this mindset, so I have something perfect for your mindset when it comes to that. But mine, of course, comes from the rap genre. Of course,
that's okay.
That's just who I am. But this one was kind of tricky because the season 2, I kind of went everywhere. Like I think season 1, I kind of had like this cool, common, collected theme of song of the days, but then last week's was like I would do Anderson .Paak, which is very soulful, very I wouldn't say lyrical, but very soulful R&B kind of feel to it. And then I just go straight to Gucci Mane, and that's just a completely different. That's a completely different lane. But this song of the week, song of the day for me is like, it's something. I mean, it's I don't know how to really explain it because this song is kind of like, I wouldn't say help rejuvenate my personality, but when you listen to it, people wouldn't understand if they listen to it, but like to me, just the vibe that it gives me, it's just like, it's fantastic. But it's from my favorite rapper, probably gonna be my favorite rapper of all time, Joey Badass, and it's a song called Aloha off of his mixtape. And with cool story, I actually met him before.
Oh really?
Yeah, like
that is cool.
Like my mom hooked me up for VIP tickets to his concert that was in Dallas a couple years ago, and me and a couple.
Oh, so he's been a favorite.
Yes, he's been of course, because the crazy I just said, okay, you've probably heard the joke of, oh my god, that mixtape is fire. You've heard that joke, like, oh my, like you've seen it on like Twitter.
Yeah. And
be like, yes. Well, basically, what they're talking about is a mixtape is like a free album. Basically, you don't have to go on iTunes to buy it. You don't have to. Of course, with Apple Music, sometimes that stuff gets uploaded to Spotify and stuff. But a mixtape is is literally just free music. Basically, that's all it is. You can download it off the computer, and it's in this little file, and it's yours. You didn't have to pay for it. You didn't pay any money for it. And I think 1990, yeah, 1990 came in like 2012, 2013. I just came home from school, and it was just, you've had one of those days where you're just like, I don't want to talk to nobody.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was just been a long day. And I saw this mixtape called 1999 by this dude named Joey Badass, and I looked at the cover and I was like, okay, this is different. Like, it's painted, and it's these two kids that are skateboarding around the corner, and I was just like, this is cool. So I listened to the whole thing, and it just literally just blew my mind, and I was like, who is this? And then I figured out this dude's like 2 years older than me, and I was just like, from that point, I was just like, he was my favorite rapper. And then I figured out, you know what I'm saying, he has his own crew, Pro Era. And then up until that point, like up until the concert, I was like, I'm fixing to go. Like, and then I saw meet and greet on my ticket, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking meet this dude.
That's awesome.
And I was like, I'm gonna meet this guy. Like, this is crazy. And when I met him, I'm telling you, and he wasn't a dick. He wasn't. You know, he hasn't let the fame got to his head. He hasn't done anything. Like, he was just like, I appreciate you listening to music, man. I'm glad I'm your favorite rapper. And I took a picture with him, and I still have this picture, like, till this day. And one of the Pro Era members, Nick Caution, dapped me up, and he told me, he's like, he's a real Pro Era fan, I can tell. And then I left, and then on my way out, another member of Pro Era named CJ Fly was coming out the bathroom, and I just yelled, Fly! And he's like, what's up? And I'm like, I can go home now. Like, I'm happy. Like, I'm happy. So, Streets of Bakersfield by Dwight Yoakam and Buck Owens. And Joey Badass is Aloha, which is produced by, I believe, Kirk Knight. Yes, which is produced by Kirk Knight. And they're just, all those guys over there are just so, like, I don't know if you've ever, like, been told this, but the 90s was, like, the golden era for hip-hop, where Biggie and Tupac and stuff were all, like, just big. And they capture that soulful, like, essence. Like, it wasn't about who had the best beat, who can make the best beat, or had the best song. It was literally who could just rap and just give you the best lyrics. And that's what they do. Like, I remember watching a video, and I think they deleted it, but it was just them, like, inside of a studio, just hanging out. Like, it was just really cool, like, just watching. Like, I love watching that stuff, like, when artists are, like, in the studio, because I want to know, like, what kind of creative stuff goes through their head.
Right.
Because, so, that, like, that's why I watch, like, interviews and stuff, like, when they talk about, like, track by track, like, oh, I made this song because I felt this way, or I made this song,
It means something, yeah.
Yeah, so it means something. So, yeah. So that's my little rap rant for the day. There will be an episode next week. This will be uploaded. This is being recorded on a Saturday, so it will be uploaded on tomorrow, Sunday. In 2 weeks, I think the week of the 10th, or the week of the 13th, I will be in South Padre Island for spring break. And if anybody that...
Attending some functions.
Yes, I'm going to be attending some functions. So if anybody hears this voice and sees me, just come say what's up. Like, I'll be out there. We'll be doing... As Tyler the Creator would like to say, we're out here doing hood rat shit. You know what I'm saying? So, Kylie, any final thoughts that you want to tell people or anything?
Final thoughts?
Yes, final thoughts. Any advice that you want to give? Any cool things you want to plug? Cheap plugs for a little bit?
Like advice?
Yes.
Just any advice?
Any advice or anything.
Biggest advice, like, because I'm not a shy person, like, I said that word, don't be a shy person, just go out, like, meet anyone you can, say hi to everyone you can, and I think that'll take you far in life. Just, like, meeting new people.
Of course.
In life, you gotta know somebody. That's how you get through life, is knowing somebody, so.
I mean, I think that's the best part about life, is meeting different people.
Yeah.
That's the best thing, because I guarantee you, I've met some people that I haven't seen since the time I've met them, and I'm like, damn, they were really cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, and also, when it comes to, like, if you're, like, being ridiculed in high school or being bullied or anything, the best piece of advice I can tell you, because I'm going to be just frank, I've been down that road before. I wasn't the nicest looking, I wasn't the richest, I wasn't this and that, but I did have some, I did at the core have some self-respect for myself. So if you like who you are and you're okay, just be okay with that.
Right.
Like, you don't have to change.
Doesn't matter what anyone else thinks.
Exactly. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Like, you can, like, there's gonna be someone that likes you just for who you are. Like, they don't care how much money you make. They don't care what you wear. They don't care what you look like. They will just like you because of what's inside. And I think that's
awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I think that's fantastic. So, for Kylie Kaufman, thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
And I've been Hunter Foreman, and y'all know the slogan: one love.